Yes, 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 yes. Come on, let's go! It is what it is. I want to welcome everybody onto this channel. I tell you, it's all about the debate. Sport debate show. I know what I'm talking about. It's all about debate on this channel. At the moment, I want to welcome everybody. Young, old, adult. Oh, I'm talking about on this channel. You know what I'm talking about. Your main man is here. They call me the Don. Yes, 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 yes. Please, if you are watching this for the first time, I tell you, it's all about the debate. Debate. On this show, it's about sports debate show. I tell you, all my co-hosts, they are all ready. The Liverpool fan, we are not yet done on this season. We are not done with Liverpool fans this season. They will hear it. Quadruple there. Oh my goodness. Professor Tuchel, Cup for life. And my moderators, Robbie and Kule. We got to show them we know what we're doing. Now, let me tell you something. On this show, please subscribe to the channel. Drop your comment. We'll read it out. I tell you, the topic says, has Liverpool had a good or bad season? Yes, that's the number one. Number two, should Mane leave Liverpool? Let's hear it. Sit down, relax. It's going to go down. Yes. It's going to be massive tonight. Let me bring it down. First of all, thank you everybody watching this. It's every Thursday. All our debate show will be starting on every Thursday at the same time. God's willing. Yes. First, let me bring in the prof of all prof of Chelsea fan. I'm talking about Professor Tuchel. He's in the house, he's in the building. I tell you, Prof Tuchel, what's going on there?
Welcome everybody.
Yes.
Welcome everybody. It's good to be back on the show. Good to be back on the sports debate show.
All right,
Can't
let's
wait
do
for it to
this.
get started.
All right. You're welcome, bro. Yes, it is what it is. I tell you. Yes. Yeah. All right. You're welcome once again. I'm going to bring in the big man. He's going to hear it tonight. I'm talking about Cup for life. I'm telling you, we are not done with Liverpool for this season. I mean, last season. Yes. I'm going to bring him in. Bro, Cup for life, your life. Let's go.
So, greetings to the people listening from all over the world, from all the people who are on here who want to make sure that we Liverpool fans don't forget the season we have had.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I want to greet you live and direct from the Big Apple, right here from New York City. Let's go.
All right, you hear that, you people. Let's show Liverpool. We're not done with them yet. Robbie, all the way from Ilefe, is going to be our moderator. I tell you, he's ready. That's what he told me. He said he's ready to be the moderator. Come on, let's go! Robbie, what's going on in Ilefe? Tell me something. Tell me.
Hello, everybody. It's good to be here again. Good evening. Greetings from Ilefe, Nigeria. We are good. and we're ready. We're ready. Let's get this show on the roll.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. We're ready. Kunle also is standing in by all the way from Osho, the beautiful city in Lagos. Let me hear from you. Kunle Exi, what's going on in the Ilefe? I mean, I'm sorry, Oshodi, is it right now? Is it
Yeah.
booming?
Well. Not really. Everyone is heading back home. Been a long day, so everyone is heading back to their homes to enjoy the
Traffic, I
evening
guess.
and get ready. Yes, and get prepared for Friday. So it's a bit busy on the road right now as everyone is heading back home. Good evening, everyone.
All right, as Kunle is ready, also, it's going to
Yeah.
be our moderator tonight. Let's see how it goes. Who's going to win this debate? Is it Professor Tuko or Come for Live? Let's hear them. First of all, let me bring it down. I tell you, it's going to be massive tonight. I tell you, massive, massive, massive. This is me. They call me the Dawn of Sport Entertainment. Let's get this straight into this action. Action packed everywhere. Action. Yes, it is what it is. Now, let's do this. I'm going to start. I'm going to start with you, Cup for Life. Let's get straight into this, Cup for Life. Number one question says, as Liverpool, you know I'm talking about Liverpool. Liverpool, they said they want to win quadruple. And somebody's already telling me, quadruple call, quadruple day. What's your say on that first topic, Cup for Life? Tell us something. Yes, as Liverpool had a good or bad season, go for it, bro.
Let's start with one simple point we need to clear up. When did Liverpool say they are going to win all 4 competitions? Liverpool never said that. Nobody at Liverpool said we will win 4 trophies. The only thing any club or any player can tell you is that we will try to win every competition we participate in. That is not a promise. That is just a basic, respectful way to handle such a conversation. Liverpool found themselves as the only club in Premier League history to play in every game they could have played in last season. That is an incredible achievement. When you ask so at the beginning of every season, they ask all the top pundits around the world, who is going to win the league? Who's going to be in their top? Who's going to finish first, second, third, fourth? And if you go on to the BBC webpage, you will notice that not one of those pundits predicted that Liverpool will finish in the top 2. Not one. So if not one of them predicted that Liverpool will finish in the top 2, if you ask any one of us on here, where would Liverpool finish at the start of last season, or this season we just finished, they would tell you that maybe third or maybe second. Nobody would have said Liverpool were going to win the league. So I will go as far as saying this with regards to the league title. Liverpool did not win the league. And guess what? At the start of the season, everybody would have said the same thing, because the reality of it is this: Manchester City, whether we like it or not, are still the best side in the league. Everybody thought Manchester City would win the league, and Manchester City won the league. So there's nothing new about that. And that's, on paper, they have a better squad than Liverpool do. So again, why should it be a disappointment that we did not win a league, that we didn't have the best team, that we did not have the best style of play? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So from that point, Liverpool not winning the Premier League is not a disaster. It's not a letdown in any shape or form. The other point is this, and let's not forget that Liverpool were 14 points behind Manchester City in December, despite the games in hand. So nobody has ever come back from such a deficit to win the league. Now, the FA Cup and the League Cup, Liverpool won them. And there's no point in even talking about that, because in reality, again, when you look at the semi-finals of the League of the FA Cup, Manchester City literally put in a half-decent side to face Liverpool in that game. I don't know why they threw the game. That was very strange to me. The Champions League final, Liverpool lost the Champions League final. For me, I would say that a couple of the big players did not turn up. It was a disappointing end to that particular game. Could Liverpool have won that game? In my opinion, I had my doubts, because I didn't feel our forwards were on form as we're getting towards that part of the season. But that being said, I still think it was a disappointment. But all the same, if at the beginning of the season you had asked who's going to win the Champions League, I guarantee you that nobody would have come out at the start of the season and said it was going to be Liverpool. I think people would have said Liverpool would do well, but maybe they'll drop out in the semi-finals or in the quarterfinals. So overall, my overall vision of what I expected from Liverpool last season was to go one better than what we did the season before, which was we felt that the defenders that we lost at the middle of, not last season that we just this season, we just went the season before, we just wanted those defenders back. We wanted to see if Van Dijk would come back, be the player he was. We wanted to make sure that we had the right, that we could come back to the level that we played on the 2 seasons before that. And I think we proved that this season. We finished second in the league. We were runners-up in the Champions League. We won the other 2 competitions. It's a successful season. For anyone to suggest that it's been a poor season or Liverpool have not done well this season, I think clearly they live in a world where they were being followed. They allowed the media to deceive them into what is unrealistic. The bottom line is that Liverpool had an exceptional season based on the team and the squad we had. And I think that's something to be proud of. And now we can build on that next season.
All right. That is it. I'm coming to you right now on Professor Tuchel, which is going to deny, is going to be against the motion that says Liverpool has a very good season. Professor Tuchel, are you still there? Please talk to us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Go for it, bro.
Hello, everybody, and Cup for Life. Good to hear your analysis of the season.
Greetings, brother.
Yeah. First of all, I'll just quickly, so before I forget, I'll start on the note where you said on paper, Man City has a better squad than Liverpool. I disagree, because if you do a head-to-head between Liverpool's first 11 and Man City's first 11, I think more Liverpool players will get in there. For sure, Salah and Mane gets in. The 2 fullbacks get in. Van Dijk gets in. The goalkeeper probably gets in. So if you look at it like that, you feel you might have more Liverpool players in than Man City's players. But that's by the way. I feel like it was more of a disappointing season. So I'll tend towards it being a bad season, because having been there, there's something about expectations. There's something about once you're close to it, I think you must reach for it. I mean, Jurgen Klopp called his players mentality monsters. They showed nothing of strong mentality. Having faced the Madrid in the final, you have an opportunity to win them, to create history, to be one of the, to write your name in gold forever and ever, and then you bottled it at the final. I mean, there's a Madrid side that showed all signs of. Liverpool saw signs against PSG. They saw signs against Chelsea, against Man City. So if there's any team that should take advantage of the fact that this team, they've played against the English sides, 3 English sides, you know how they are going to play. You know what to expect. You know what they've done to the following players. You had all the plans to go for it. And then, like I said, the bottle, they didn't get it. So, it's the hope that kills you. At 15 minutes to the end of the game, at 15 minutes to the end of the Premier League game, the final Premier League game, they were reaching for 4 trophies. And to come out with the least 2 trophies, for me, if I'm a Liverpool fan, I'll be highly disappointed. I listened to Talk Sports, and some of the Liverpool fans there were saying, some of them were really, really disappointed, were sounding very angry and bitter. They called the trophies the Team Pot trophies. They said they ended up with 2 Team Pot trophies. That's how nicely they rated the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup for a team that was always good. For me, it's like a long distance. So at this minute, you were about to be the greatest ever Premier League team, and the next minute you end up with the least 2 trophies, having not scored a goal in 3 finals. The Carabao Cup and the FA Cup game against Chelsea could have gone either way. I can categorically say I battered Liverpool in the Carabao Cup, and I should have won it. The FA Cup was a little bit even, and it's lottery. Penalty is lottery. I mean, the goalkeeper blasted the penalty over the bar. It could have gone either way. So for me, I don't think Liverpool has had. I don't think they had a great season. I think it was more of a. To be honest, I'll put it to be an average season at worst. Because if you ask a Liverpool fan now, ask anybody, which season would you have preferred? Would you have preferred to have the Premier League like City, or the Champions League like Madrid, or you end up with this Liverpool season? I'm sure they would have gone with the Man City season. where they
Absolutely.
because the Premier League is obviously bigger than both trophies they ended up with. So I think Liverpool didn't have a great season. To be honest.
All right. Before I call on the moderator to tell us the outcome, but is there anything you want to add to it, Cup for Life, before we get into the second question? Or before the moderators speak on the first question, Cup for Life. Is there anything you want to add to it?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I respect my brother, but that is complete and utter bullshit. Excuse my French. I mean, I'm sorry to kind of say that Liverpool didn't have a good season based on because we got to stages in the Champions League that we bottled the final. We haven't scored in 3 successive finals. Let's not forget this, though. This is a Chelsea fan who is saying, comparing us with Manchester City. The bottom line is this: as a Chelsea fan, would you not want the season that Liverpool have had? I'm sure you would. So let's take away the bias there, because that's clearly a lot of bias.
Would you say that I would have loved the season?
Well, exactly. So to say that Liverpool have had a poor season, I think it's a little bit. I wouldn't even say it's unfair. I think that's ridiculous. But with all due respect,
season, to be honest.
I say that with all due respect. But
honestly,
let's not talk over one another, please. I'll let you say your bit, right? My own opinion, I'm just saying that nobody at the start of the season would have said that they expected Liverpool to be competing in all 4 competitions to the last stage we did. So if all of a sudden, because we competed to the last stages of every single competition we played in, we'd had a disappointing season, then I wonder what Burnley fans feel like. I wonder what Leeds United fans feel like. I wonder what Leicester City fans feel like. I guarantee you, and this notion that we have a better squad than Manchester City, again, that's laughable. If you think about Manchester City's squad and what's on the bench, Liverpool don't have a bench. If you think about it, Liverpool have maybe 3 players or 2 or 3 players that are decent enough on the bench.
No, you have a better bench.
Well, let's not do that. We can have another show on Liverpool squad if we want to, and then we can compare with Manchester City squad. Maybe that's another show. But any fan that thinks that Liverpool even have a better squad than even Chelsea don't know what they're talking about. Because let's be frank, there are the 2 best sides in the league when it comes to squad depth, Manchester City and Chelsea. But anyhow, I'll let the moderator have his opinion, but it's very, very simple here. At the start of this season, what did you expect from Liverpool? And did Liverpool overperform what you expected? That should be the answer to your question. Thank you.
All right, that's it from Club for Life. And is there anything you want to add to it, Professor Tuchel, before we go straight into it?
We have to forget about the beginning of the season, because at the beginning of the season, everybody has a chance, a shot at every trophy. I heard people say when they said Liverpool were close to the quadruple, once you don't get it, you don't get it. You can be as close as you want. At the beginning of the season, everybody starts with the intention of winning. Man U wants to win the quadruple. Chelsea wants to win the quadruple. United, everybody wants to do it. But if you either you do it or you don't, and having been close to it, you have to reach it. If you don't reach it, it is failure. I'm sorry, it's failure. You can try all you want. You can play. Madrid won the cup. So once you get there, opportunity to win the 4 trophies, and you end up with these 2 small ones without scoring a goal. It's average at best. So yeah, that's it.
All right, now let me call upon Robbie, who is going to be our moderator for today. Also, I'm seeing Larry standing in by all the way from OK City, that's Oklahoma City. I'm going to bring you on, bro. Just chill. Let me hear all the way from Ilefe first. That's where that's where Yoruba. Let me keep it real like that. Robbie, the moderator for today. The ball is on your hands. Who do you go for? Bad season or good season? Go for it.
Okay. Let me start by saying this. First and foremost, let me appreciate both Cup for Life and Professor Tuchel. You guys have actually laid down the marker for this program. Then you guys have also made very, very valid points. However, I think it is very important at this stage, we try and create some form of decorum here, which is when one speaker is has the floor, I think it is best the other speaker allows the first speaker to finish. Then, after the first speaker has made his point, the next speaker can also come in to counter the first speaker's point or add or subtract from what the person has said. So please, so that we can leave the line as clean as possible and we can make our discussion flow very well so that our listeners can enjoy what we're doing. Thank you very much. So let me go with this. Cup for Life, you are a true fan of Liverpool, just like they say in here in Africa or they say around the world, you are a true son of your father. Your points about Liverpool are, let me say, they are well thought out, they are well articulated. On you made a point that Liverpool, at a point in time in the season, let me say precisely before, during the Christmas period, Liverpool are about 14 points behind Manchester City. And yes, indeed, they closed that gap at a point in time. At a point in time, it looked like as if Liverpool are actually going to nick it. But they tried, it did not happen. Not because or not because of anything, but Man City at the time where it mattered the most practically woke up from their slumber and they got that win against Aston Villa that saw them claim the title. Also, you made a point that first and foremost, when the season started, which is true, because when a coach or even players of a team are asked as touching how many trophies will their team win, how many trophies will you win as a coach, yes, they speculate. Most of the time, you hear comments like, we are going to challenge for every trophy available, which is the comment most coaches, even players, make. No coach would beat his chest and come out and tell you at the beginning of any season and say, oh, don't worry, we're going to win the Premier League, we're going to win the Champions League, we're going to win this, we're going to win that. All they can tell you is, we will challenge for as much as we can. We're going to stay as long as we can in each competition. And for a fact, Liverpool, I repeat, never came up with the fact that they were going to win the quadruple. It was the media that brought this to the fore. And everybody, just like what they did when England qualified for the Euro finals and they said it is coming home, they were the one that practically misled everybody at that point in time, albeit in this same case of Liverpool. So Liverpool never came out to say, we are going to win the quadruple. The media started it and everybody practically latched onto it. I don't know any Liverpool player personally, but I'm so sure one or two of them must have been skeptical about the prospect of winning 4 trophies. So yes, did Liverpool have a good season or not? I would tilt towards Liverpool having a good season. Why? Because the aim of every season, when you start out as a club, is to compete as much and as far as possible as you can with your team. And I will cite these examples. Across Europe, you have about 6 or 7 teams that won a trophy or the other. And if you take a poll of those clubs, their fans, even the players and the club itself will tell you that they had a successful season. One, Nantes of France won the French Championship. Frankfurt won the Europa Cup. Roma won the Europa Conference League. Madrid won the league. Inter won the Italian Cup. AC won the Italian League Cup, the Italian League, and so on and so forth. So are you telling me that will Inter come and tell you that they had a disappointing season? The answer will be a no. Yes, they might have preferred the Italian League title, but they got the next best thing, which is the Italian Cup itself. So that should count for a win as well. So coming back to England, let me round up this. Coming back to England, Liverpool won 2 titles that they competed in. So you cannot take that away from them and say that they had a miserable season or they had a failed season. They didn't have a failed season on the account of that. They started the season with no trophy in their cabinet, and they ended the season with 2 trophies in their cabinet. So whatever it is any fan is saying about, oh, okay, it is not a big trophy, it is not this, it is not that. My argument is always simple. Why did your team compete in that competition? They spent money, they spent manpower to get what they got. So you cannot throw that away and say, oh, it is not good enough. Then they shouldn't have competed in the first place. So that is my argument for Liverpool. Coming on to Chelsea, yes, Chelsea countered everything that Liverpool achieved this season. They were close in the finals, in the UEFA Champions League finals. Yes, Liverpool did not show up. Madrid won the day because, and I'll tell you why Madrid won the day. Aside the fact that Salah practically ran his mouth, and also it was part of the major problem Liverpool had on that final day, Madrid had something or has something that Liverpool does not have. And I told people who care to listen that once Madrid hears the sound of the UEFA Champions League final, they are a totally different team. They are a totally different team. So in this case, Madrid is a veteran of the UEFA Champions League. Let us not make any mistake about that. Madrid is the gold standard of what the UEFA Champions League is all about. They have won this title 14 times. Please, it is not easy. It is not something you pick from the market. It's not something you pick by the roadside. So I would give Liverpool that break, or I will cut them that slack because of the reputation of the opponents that they had before them. In the case of Madrid, if it was another team, if it was PSG, if it was another team, and they failed to win that final, I would practically have taken a gun and shot somebody. But in this case, they came out against the best team in the competition. We all saw what happened with Madrid against PSG, against Chelsea, against Man City. In fact, Madrid should not be in the finals based on what the results of PSG and they were in the first leg. But we also saw how Madrid turned around all these results, most especially in the second leg of all their ties, from the round of 16, the quarterfinals, and the semifinals. Madrid showed up in the second leg of all those ties. So, like I said once again, I will cut Liverpool that slack and I will say that overall, Liverpool did well this season. Thank you very much.
That's Robbie as a moderator. That's a good one. I'm going to call on Larry just to summarize, just have his point. It's just going to give you 2 minutes before we go to the next. That's the second question. Larry, all the way from Oklahoma City. What's going on, bro? What's going on? What's going on? Tell me something. Is it rainy? Is it hot? Tell me.
I saw that you guys were about to beat somebody on the on the WhatsApp group. The fight. I was just watching and laughing. I said, let me break the ice here. Let me just come here and see who are those that are about to punch blows. This Arsenal fight will not easy. We are just trying our best here. All right.
All right.
Hey, thank you guys so much. And really, it's always a great pleasure. Platform when I see people, Robbie, Kunle, and the rest. Hey, guys, always a great pleasure to be here. So, based on this one topic tonight, I didn't get the opportunity to listen to everyone's views, but I got the last speaker before Robbie and Robbie's point of view. And I believe, taking from everything I heard, I will agree to the fact that Liverpool had an excellent season. I'll give it excellent, not because someone will say, why are you saying excellent when they didn't win the Champions League or win the league title or something. But I'll say excellent because they made it to the pinnacle of it all. In every championship, in every soccer final, there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. And I want to
if that league, or rather Real Madrid was not the strongest side in the teams that qualified for uh how do I say it? That qualified for the finals of the Champions League. It's just that Real Madrid, beat most of these teams, and they were there. Possibly, if they had come and met maybe a team like, if Liverpool had met a team like, let me say, PSG, and it would have been different, maybe, and so on. So, what Real Madrid is that team that you can never ever really write them off, because they'll surprise you at some point. And Liverpool has the skills, the technical know-how, and all the like. They didn't have the physical strength in the field. When you talk about playing, one thing that Real Madrid urged them over was the technical know-how of the finishers. They just had technical finishers up front, and they had two opportunities, and they made hay with both of them, and that was it. You know, and that is what I'm saying. That it does not negate Liverpool's season at all, because when you get to the finals, one team definitely has to win. But the fact that they could make it to the finals was a great thing. And Robbie also mentioned their trajectory in the Premiership, in the Premier League, how they were like way back behind the first. At the end of the day, they
Agree that the computer that work.
Go
hello.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. And then at the end, you see you see the line in which they, from where they came to come and contend for the Premiership title. That shows that they have the pedigree, of a strong and a big team. And they were, in fact, they should have won the title at the end of it. So it's Liverpool has had a great. In fact, they have titles regardless. They have titles that they have there and stuff like that. So honestly, Liverpool has had a great season. Like someone mentioned that they are the favorite, definitely, to
Yeah.
have.
Somebody said, yeah, a comment just came in now, says Liverpool were the favorite to the final, to
Exactly.
win the final. Yeah.
Yes. And so it shows that they were not underdogs. They were not looked as like, they don't deserve it. They have the in fact, they have the class of players for a world-class club, So it's not like a team that struggled its way up the ladder and then got there by some kind of magic. No, they worked their way through, deserving every win that they've had. And so honestly, Liverpool deserves it. In fact, next season is even going to be a harder one. Let me not shoot further, but I believe that in conclusion on this matter, Liverpool has had a good season.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor Tuka. We want to say something quickly. Go for it, bro.
Yes, I really strongly disagree with this point that Liverpool had an excellent season. It irks me because if we look at the teams they played on the way to the final, this is a Liverpool team. For Christ's sake, they have one of the strongest teams in the world. They have the best defender. Considered to people, I hear people tell me Van Dijk is one of the greatest of all time. They have these things. Alisson, the best goalkeeper. Trent is spoken left and right. Salah is doing this. And yet they met a they're on the road to the final. These people met Villarreal. These people played Benfica. You see the teams they played, and then just when it got to the point where you met the big team, yet you were the favorites. They didn't score a goal. I'm not having it. There's no way I'm having this conversation. They played Villarreal, played Benfica, played these teams, and then got to the final and played the Madrid team that were favorites to win with better squad, and yet lost. I didn't score, and people are telling me it's an excellent season. How?
No,
I'll never
let
understand it.
Professor Tuchel, let me interject a little bit and tell you this. You are comparing Liverpool only against maybe Man City or and Real Madrid. How about the other million teams that could not make it? Right? All the other teams that are in the league in Europe.
I don't understand. We're comparing Liverpool with their mates now. How can we compare Liverpool? Am I supposed to compare Liverpool with Wolves? Or am I supposed to compare Liverpool?
You're supposed to compare Liverpool maybe with PSG. You're supposed to compare Liverpool maybe with AC Milan. You're supposed to compare Liverpool maybe
with AC Milan.
With yes, that's AC Milan is it's another tough club. The one thing you have to understand about this club soccer and everything is that it's a panoply of the best that come together. It's these big teams pick best of each, and bring them together. The fact that, listen, football is the one who scores the goal. They can play all the best, and I love the one person that always makes this comment, and this comment always stands all the time, is my man Jose Mourinho. He will tell you if he loses, he will tell you that the better, or if he loses and he played well, he'll tell you the better side lost. And sometimes he will tell you the better when he wins, he will tell you the mediocre or the not better side won the game. So you might have a great team, good players that play very well, and because they didn't just make the goals, does not make them bad. Does not make them bad. Look at the struggle now. Look at the way they played. They played well. Real Madrid had an excellent goalkeeper at the end of the goalpost. Look at how many saves he made. Look at how many shots came out.
Yeah, Larry. I don't
have a great team. They did. They just had a good goalkeeper that stopped all their efforts.
All right. Thank you, Larry. Because I'm going to cut you. I want to go to the second question, and I'm going to leave it for the moderator to decide at the end of the show. Right now, let me hear. I don't know whether Kunle is still there.
Kunle? I'm here, boss. Hey, boss.
All right. Yeah. We've been battling back and forth about this good season for Liverpool, but and also bad season for good season, bad season. So I know. So at this point in time, you as a moderator, Kunle, you have to pick on which side. For example, Professor Suko is already stated his own point, which there are some points that are valid. Likewise, our Liverpool counterpart, as I'm talking about Cup for Life, also has a reason. So we have to get it right now. We don't want to sound emotional. Let's say it how it is, because we must get to the end of it. We know we are Manchester. I'm a Manchester United fan. I don't want to talk about it because definitely I'm going to write off Liverpool. So now, please strike it. Let's go for it.
Okay. Both Professor Tuchel and Cup for Life,
yes,
they did make very good points, outstanding points, without a doubt. But the truth is, and I think I might want to tend to tilt towards Cup for Life, because I can say for a start that Liverpool's season last time, that was the previous season before this one that ended, it kind of ended on a bad note, because they had lots of injuries and they managed to finish in 4th place. So it's like this season they were kind of like coming into an unknown, right? But I think it was all clear that from the moment Virgil van Dijk returned on the very first day of the season and he played 90 minutes, because I even want to check the stats. I can't remember I don't think Van Dijk has missed. I might be wrong. If Van Dijk missed a game, it was because maybe Klopp was probably resting him for a Champions League game. But that aside, Van Dijk did not miss a single game. So it goes to show that the moment Van Dijk came in and Liverpool started the season, they were back to their best. They were not conceding goals anyhow. They were keeping clean sheets. Everything was stable. Salah already started firing those goals. Jota picked up from where he left off. I know he had an injury, but once he came back, he was scoring. Mane equally the same thing. So, and then don't forget Alexander Arnold Robertson throwing in the assists. So, if anything, Liverpool started this season absolutely very well. So, with the way they were going, it means we were already seeing prime Liverpool back. And at this point in time, it means we were expecting Liverpool to either challenge for the Premier League. And why shouldn't they do that? Because Manchester City, since Klopp came, they've only been able to do this once. They've been coming close every time, every time, every time. So if anything, this was actually a chance for them to, get it right. Yes, I know they did get some bad results, which put them 14 points off City at one stage and all, but that shouldn't have happened. I'm sorry. Because, we need to understand something, that Liverpool and Manchester City at the standard of football. On paper, Liverpool and Manchester City are better than any team in Europe. That is it. So we should actually be expecting either of the two of them to actually dominate, the local league or in the Champions League. So for me, I was expecting either Liverpool or Manchester City to win the Champions League. Now, since Manchester City was kicked out, I was expecting Liverpool. Like they rightly said it, people put Liverpool as the bookies, the bookies put Liverpool as the favorite. I was even expecting that Liverpool was going to score in the first half, try to unsettle Liverpool early and on. But yeah, Real Madrid seemed to be they seemed to be a very intelligent team. They were very tactical. They knew how to stop Liverpool on their tracks. They slowed the game down at some point. But I believe this is where Jurgen Klopp, with all his tactical acumen, should have been able to outsmart Ancelotti. And I found that very, very disappointing, because for all I care to know, yeah, Liverpool had a better squad than Real Madrid on that day. Yes, I know Robbie did say that, yeah, yes, Liverpool, yes, Real Madrid, 14-time champions, yes, that there's something about them in the Champions League. But but Liverpool equally have a history in that competition. So I don't take this thing as, like it is the Champions League is an exclusive thing to Real Madrid. Yes, they are the most dominant team, but let's not forget that there was a period this same Real Madrid team from between 2002 to 2000 and was it not 14? Yes, between 2002 and 2014, or 2003 and 2013, an 11-year period, did not win the Champions League. I don't even think they reached the final. So, yeah, they didn't. Yeah, exactly. So I actually saw no reason why Liverpool could not beat Real Madrid. We were talking about a revenge mission here on this show, Salah and everything. This was the chance for them to do it, man. This was the chance. And that's why I find it difficult to see how Liverpool fans will feel, because they had good opportunities to actually make a massive statement, for Jurgen Klopp. Let's not forget that Jurgen Klopp signed a contract extension, this year till 2026 or so. So if this was the time for them to stamp their authority further, it was in that Champions League final. It is not in the FA Cup. Ironically, though, Klopp has not won the FA Cup and the League Cup before now since he came. So these were the additions. But then, I am of this opinion that, look, competitions have prestige, and you cannot be celebrating the FA Cup or the League Cup beside somebody who won the Champions League or the Premier League. It just does not carry weight. It's the same thing as saying a team wins the UEFA Europa League or Conference League over somebody who won the UEFA Champions League. There's just no weight there. You understand? So they can feel happy that they won 2 domestic titles, but I know deep within their hearts, they will actually be regretting that they should have done better in that Champions League final, and they could have done it, because if they had beaten Real Madrid, it was going to send a very, 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 very big statement across about how good the Liverpool squad, about how superb the Liverpool squad is, and about Jurgen Klopp's credentials. But with this defeat that they had, it's already kind of, maybe kind of put question to it, that can they really do it when it matters the most? Can Klopp really outsmart people? Because you look at it, that Real Madrid did not really do anything serious in that game, other than, okay, maybe try to stop them in their track. They slowed the game down, but we didn't really see any attacking intent from Real Madrid. Nothing. It was like they were just waiting for their moment for something. And if you look at how Vinicius scored that goal, it was funny. It was very, very funny, because I saw a video where they were showing his face before the goal. He was even standing beside the touchline, where he even gave Tuchel. I'm sorry, I said Tuchel. Klopp. He gave Klopp a handshake. Then once the ball just came, he started running. The ball came to him, and that was a goal. That was a very, very big disappointment. So I feel, by Liverpool, judging by the standards that have been set under Jurgen Klopp, I don't think that this is a season that they would say that they were proud of, knowing how better it could have gone for them.
All right. Before we go into the second question, which I don't see us going to go through because of our time, there are some comments here that says the greatest team always have the trophies to show for it. The 1999 Manchester United team is remembered for the treble. What will this Liverpool team be remembered for? That's one comment from there. And also for me, that's another comment coming. It says, for me, once you see the promised land, you must do everything you can to get in there. If you don't, especially when you are favorite, then that's a failure. On and on and on. Said they are overhyped. There's some comments coming in. They were actually overhyped. That's Liverpool team are overhyped. They played better against the smaller teams. Well, I think that's the only question. I don't think we'll be able to do this Sadio Mane leaving the club, because I don't know whether Cup for Life, we heard about this guy Sadio Mane is leaving the club. How authentic it is? Can you give us a lowdown? Do you know anything about the transfer? Cup for Life, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I wish you gave me the opportunity to respond to Professor Tuchel, but I will rise above it, because there's a word we use to describe when somebody has those type of comments. They call it sour grapes. Please go and Google what that is. I'm sure you'll learn a thing or two about what sour grapes mean. Anyhow, moving on to Sadio Mane. So, with regards to Sadio Mane, here's my view. When Liverpool signed Sadio Mane, he was the first superstar that Jurgen Klopp signed. And he came in, and he was the beginning of what changed the way Liverpool played. He was the beginning of how we behaved and how we played football, and the determination that we went into football matches with. Now, for me, one of the things that I found really strange was that we signed him and we gave him a good salary at the start, but later on down the line, when we started to sign other superstars, his salary was actually quite disrespectful. That's the word. His salary, I believe he gets paid less than Navigator.
Wow.
That's an insult.
Wow.
When we signed him, when Navigator was coming to Liverpool, he said, "My little brother is coming to Liverpool." That's how he called Sadio Navigator. For his little brother to come to Liverpool, have done nothing to justify his own price tag. I'm waiting almost a couple of seasons for him. I think that Liverpool were disrespectful. I think that the way, and I say that as a person who loves Liverpool Football Club, I think for me, then when Salah came, the way Salah was treated, the way Salah was, given all kinds of respect and so on. Don't forget that when he joined Liverpool, he got moved from the right to the left to accommodate Salah.
Yes.
There are many aspects to this. For me, if he leaves Liverpool, the problem he's got is that he's never going to go anywhere else and have the respect and the stature that he had at Liverpool. He's talking about going to Bayern Munich, but the problem with Bayern Munich for me is that, first and foremost, Sadio is not an out-and-out number 9. He will play in that position because of Robert Lewandowski's potential move.
Yes.
But for me, he will be there for maybe a season. You know, if he's there for a season or two, to me, was that valuable for him? I guess if I were him, I will stay at Liverpool, but I would expect at least 170 to 180,000 a week. I think that's the minimum he deserves. If Liverpool cannot offer him a 170,
when Manchester United is giving oh my god,
if Liverpool cannot give him 170, 180 a week, I would say he should leave. But even besides that, I think the club hierarchy need to call him into an office and kind of put their hands around him and say, you know what, we could have treated you slightly better. He deserves to stay. He deserves to be given the contract he deserves. And he doesn't deserve his contract discussed as a secondary after they've discussed all of it for Salah. Salah is important, but you can say that he had a better second half of the season than Salah. So that's my view. Should he stay? Yes. But with reservation.
All right. Thank you, Cop for Life. Tuchel, do you want to go for it quickly because of our time?
Yeah, I feel like for both parties, Mane, I think is a move that I think Liverpool is kind of ready for, because I read that they might have been preparing for this, the signing of the players to replace Mane. So they might maybe just go out to get a striker or something, and all that to replace him, because I felt what I heard is Liverpool cannot afford to pay Mo Salah and Sadio Mane what they want, both of them. So, and I think then they consider Salah more important than Mane. And then when you have somebody like Mo Salah who gives you over 20 goals standard every season guaranteed. Mane has had some seasons that he scored more, some he didn't score. He's had some seasons where he scored 10 goals, and some seasons where he scored more than that. But you're guaranteed over 20 goals for Mo Salah. You don't joke with such a player. So maybe they're trying to have like a hierarchy, and maybe they rate Salah more than Mane, so they can afford to let Mane go. I mean, he has shown that he can sort of, he might not be able to fill the boots totally with the goals, but he's a very promising player. For Mane, I think it's good one for him. He's going to earn more money, and then if he goes to a team like Bayern, he's guaranteed to win the trophy there. I mean, they win the trophy every time there, so he's guaranteed to win more titles, and he will earn more. So I think it's a win-win, maybe a win-win situation for both parties. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. That's Professor Tuchel saying Mane should leave Liverpool. Because of our time, quickly, Robbie, as a moderator, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? Mane, should he stay or go?
I think based on what Hope for Life said, I think Mane should leave. First and foremost, I would go back as far as early this year when Senegal won the African Nations Cup. And there was a video of how Chelsea welcomed the Senegalese goalkeeper. I'm trying to get his name. Mendy. Yes, Chelsea gave him a very warm welcome, and I cannot say that such was done for Mane when he got back from the AFCON, and because of the fact that his teammate was a losing finalist in that game, and they both represent the same club. I really don't know what the agenda was for Liverpool not to celebrate a player who has done so much for the club and who has done particularly very well for his country. The first title Senegal is getting, and to have been able to do it almost back to back, getting to 2 consecutive finals is no easy task. And it is sad to see the treatment this way. For him to leave, I would say he should leave, because when I checked on the salary structure, it is painful, and let me use the word disrespectful, to have somebody whose job is primarily to score goals for your team gets paid that amount. Yes, it might sound good on paper, 100,000 per week, but it is not good enough for somebody of his caliber and for the type of work rate he puts on the field. He doesn't throw tantrums. He's not the kind of player like Pogba who sits in the salon coloring his hair. This guy goes about his business. He's business minded. He's a team player, and he brings his 150% every week, every week of the month for this team. So I think that amount is paid is disrespectful and should have been reviewed a long time ago to keep him. According to Professor Tuchel, yes, Liverpool believes that they stand a better chance letting him go and holding on to Salah. And holding on to Salah. Well, I would say good luck to Liverpool with that. If he goes to Bayern, yes, he definitely would get good money. And just like Professor Tuchel said, he definitely is going to win a title. That is guaranteed. I think he should also try and see if he can also go to PSG. PSG is throwing money around. The guy could cash in and make some very good bucks because age is not on his side, and he's also winding down his career. And with PSG as well, he's guaranteed a title. So I think both teams and both countries should be explored for him because he wants money. Yes, he wants titles. Well, that is just, by the way, that is just an added incentive to the money that he truly craves for. If Liverpool have something better, I think this is the time they should come out and present that to the player. He certainly loves Liverpool. He doesn't want to leave. But if Liverpool are not going to up what they're offering him, I think the door is the next place he should face. Thank you very much.
All right, that is it. That's how we can take. Somebody's correcting us right now. That's Cup for Life saying Mane was asked not to be welcome. That's from the point of view.
Mr. So just a quick correction there, but yes. I appreciate my Mr. Robbie for his opinion, but I have to be honest. Sadio Mane asked not to be celebrated upon his return. Said out of respect for Sadio Mane, out of respect for Mohamed Salah, he feels it'd be disrespectful. If you notice, when Liverpool won the FA Cup as well, the first thing he did was he ran to the goalkeeper to commiserate. I think that just shows the class of the guy, the type of person he is, and I think that was so that was his own opinion, and that was the way he wanted to be done. So so we cannot be critical of Liverpool for that one.
Yes. Thank you, everybody. This is how far we can take it. Now, over to you, Robbie, the moderator. We said we're going to look at the season. Is it a good or bad season? All over. I want your submission on this number one. So the number two, we could leave it that one for now. But that number one, we have to strike a balance. Who won this debate? Yes. Who won this debate? Our viewers want to know who won the debate. As in, is it a good season or a bad season? Or is it a draw? It could be a draw. But over to Robbie, because they might come for you. You are the one that says it.
No problem. Thank you for putting me on the spot. But let me quickly say this: in academics, there is a saying that says that there is no perfect project. Why is that so? Because if a supervisor checks out a project and he tells you it is 90% okay, another supervisor somewhere else, maybe in the same country, maybe in another country, might come and tell you or score you 50 and tell you, oh, you should have done your referencing this way, your literature review should have been this way, your introduction should have been this way. So there is no way we actually go with this argument or with this topic that it is going to be satisfactory towards everybody concerned. So as certain, did Liverpool have a good season or not? I would tilt towards the fact that yes, Liverpool had a very good season. It is not the perfect season, as though, but the highlight of the season is one, Liverpool played every tournament that they competed in to the very end. They competed for the EPL title to the very last day. They got to the finals of the UEFA Champions League. They got to the finals of the FA Cup that they won. They got to the finals of the Carabao Cup that they also won. What more do you want from a team? Yes, when it mattered most, they did not win the big one. Let us not forget that one, the title was not in any way in the hands of Liverpool come the last day of the season. They needed Aston Villa to do them a favor. while they took care of their own business. Point A is that, yes, Liverpool took care of their own business, but Aston Villa failed to live up to their end of the bargain in doing Liverpool the favor by either drawing Man City or beating Man City. So you cannot fault Liverpool for that. So for the Champions League, well, it is neither here or there. Let's call a spade a spade. They failed woefully. But overall, did they have a good season? I will tell you, yes, Liverpool had a good season. So for the decision for today, it is going the way of Liverpool. Liverpool had a very good season. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Moderator has spoken. I tell you. Moderator has spoken. That's the oracle has spoken. All the way. Yes, it is what it is, guys. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a wonderful time. Professor Tuchel, thank you so much. Thanks for coming to the show. They said Liverpool had a very good season. So we're going to give it to Come for Life. Winning this one, backing up his team, saying Liverpool had a good season. Moderator has spoken. I don't know his house. If you want to come for me, go to his house. It is what it is. We're having fun here. Robbie, they are coming for you. It's a fantastic show, I tell you. Larry, thank you so much. All the way from Oklahoma City. It is what it is. Big up, bro. Big up. Thank you so much. All right. Come for Life. I know you are inside the train in New York City.
Yes,
safe,
yes.
bro.
Well
You
done.
won it.
Great
You
show.
won it. Yeah.
Well, it was expected. I mean, cannot come and defend Liverpool having a bad season after winning 2 competitions. We need to teach Professor Tuchel some basics about understanding what to fight for and what not to fight for. Have a great day. One love.
All right, one love, bro. Thank you so much. It is what it is. I tell you guys, this is where you can tag you. I tell you, when you're talking about sport entertainment, you get it on this channel. No mess around. I tell you, it's about to rain in Maryland. I tell you, thunderstorm everywhere. Getting dark. It is what it is. I got to get out of this situation right now. I gotta go. Larry, thank you so much. Robbie! My regards to our KBSC there. That's the king of Ile-Ife. Respect, Baba. Thank you, Kunle Faiga. All the way from Oshodi. I gotta go now, guys. I gotta go. One love, everybody. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit the likes. Thank you so much. One love, bro. One love, people. Bye for now.